Good evening, one and all. It's Sunday. It's, of course, the end of the week. You know what that means. It is, again, some more good old Warframe. Welcome in, one and all. How are we doing here today? Hello there, Mr. Map. Hello there, Spaghetti. Hello, Ladybug. Hello there, Korokop. Hello there, Natboy. Hello, Gorilla. Hello, Chick Noodle. I see we've got a Cosmo here. I see we've got an Elio, Brotheroni. We got a Zon, can't stay long, have Christmas thing today. Oh, fair enough. Apparently glaives are called glaives because of a random ass movie from 1983 called Kroll, whereas a 5-pointed throwing weapon. Yeah, that sounds about right. That definitely sounds about right. Hello there, Solidor, how are you doing today? How is everyone? And yo.
Yay.
Yay indeed. Thank you very much for resubscribing with your Prime, Mr. Mav. Up on to that 2 months. Enjoy a lovely bronze badge to go with it. Cheers, my dude. Oh. And there's a hydrate for Korokop as well. Alright, good evening to yourself as well. How are you doing? Welcome in, everyone. Now, as the stream title would suggest, I made a little bit of a snafu. I've been too busy doing literally everything else that I appear to have left this to be my last forma blueprint I'm crafting right now. Which is a little bit of a problem, because if I'm not building those, then it means I'm going to have to spend platinum on them at some point, and that's just not good enough, is it? So, I'm going to need to go get some more. That is the idea, is to get cracking, not just on that, but also fill up the prime part supplies, you know, get some good bits and pieces going, otherwise it's all going to drain away. Can't be doing that now. Cannot be doing that. But you know what it is, chap. First things first, we have, of course, got the sortie to get on with. And in case anyone's missed it, there is, of course, the Razorback Armada going around. I've already dealt with that. Got that absolutely bashed out of the way. I just have a stockpile of cryptographic alus for some reason, so I'm good. I'm good with that. But yeah, we'll be getting on with the sortie, and as usual, if you want to be joining in on that, !join, to give you the details on how to join in. Basically, just send me a message in game, and we'll slam it home. Today, we have an interception with Xmas Stronghold. We have a sabotage with augmented enemy shields, and then a mobile defense with energy reduction. As far as these go, these are pretty mundane, actually. Like, yeah, we got the Xmas on interception. That's actually, if I recall correctly, that's one of the best Riven Sliven farms at the moment. But sabotage, easy peasy. Mobile defense with energy reduction. Lavos doesn't care. So, you know, this could be good. This could be good. Rap saying, speaking of forma, could you throw up your Amprex build when you get a chance? Yeah, sure, why not? Let's bring that up very quickly. I won't be using it for the mission here. Oh, will I? Will I? I don't know. Let me think on that a second. But first things first, here's the actual go-to default build I have. This Riven here is crit damage plus electricity plus damage, so you know that is pretty pog right there. That is a nice Riven to have. That is definitely a nice Riven to have. But if you didn't have that one there, I would say go for something like a Bane mod, because Hunter Munitions with the Slash is going to absolutely love you for that. Not to mention it's just general positive to your damage there. Or if you wanted to, you could go for the, bladed rounds for the bonus critical damage on aiming. To stack with, you know, the crit damage I'm getting here. But yeah, I love that Riven. First ever Riven I got, 3 rolls in, crit damage, electricity plus damage on this one. On an innate electric weapon. And this was back before this existed, before any of the galvanized stuff existed, so that was even better than that plus damage. Because that's basically heavy caliber near enough, without the penalty, which doesn't really matter anyway, plus electricity plus crit damage. It's beautiful. Otherwise, yeah. And then Hush, that's a token extra. You don't need to use Hush. In fact, I believe there is a better X-list you can go for. Yeah, Sinister Reach. Give yourself some extra... Okay, it's going to be like that. Give yourself some extra beam length. I should probably do that because, you know, it's going to be a good idea. I like having a silenced Amprex, but I don't need a silenced Amprex, do I? Let's be honest now. 7 rate, wanted to join in. Go right ahead. There we go. Don Pigeon could do sorties. There we are. That's all we need. Join on in. Zsom's made a request for the sabotage. We'll leave that one to the sabotage because it's the interception first. You know what, actually? You know what? I don't really use Cora enough. I'm going to use Cora. Is Esprit in today? Let's have a look. I haven't seen a message from them so far. No. Alright, if I go for Pilfering Whipclaw build. Is that the best build? Oh, is that really the best I got on this one? That's Pilfering Strangledome. If I just... Actually, I could just go Pilfering Strangledome. Not the Whipclaw bit. Kind of just light amount of Cora. To give us the extra loot and the area defense. Rolling guard should be sufficient for keeping me alive. Should be. Maybe. I'll roll with it. Literally. I'll roll with it. I will switch out of consequence, however, and take myself another fire because, you know, I just don't like dealing with the energy leech Xmas at the best of times. When there's a bajillion of them, yeah, probably a good idea. Do I have a Null Prime build? I don't think I do. No, sorry. I don't think I do at the moment. This I will switch off a corrosive, so I've got a pure toxin thing to deal with the corpus. So let's just put the toxin mod into there instead. Does this have knockdown protection on it? Yes, it does. Oh, that's perfectly fine. And then this is currently set to toxin with life strike as well. That's absolutely bang on what I need. Bang on what I need. Oh, Fedu, Adamac Fedu. Hello, Space Gate. I hope you're doing well. You are doing well today. Everything correct, Cliff? Oh, I didn't even notice. We're all good. We haven't got a space open still for the sortie. I notice we've only had 2 people joining in so far. Anyone else want to join in? Because otherwise, it'll just be the 3 of us getting all of these absolutely stonking ribbon slivers. Xmas Strongholds still most resist all crowd controls. They will until their overguard is broken, and then there's going to be all the other non-Xmas units which this will grab. And as soon as they're broken, the dome grabs them, and then when they die, that's when they give us a double loot. That's the idea there. I want the ribbon slivers. Yeah, I'll set this to friends and invite only, so if someone does want to join in the first like minute, you can. Hello, Dreadstalker. How you doing?
Of profit. Isn't that wonderful?
Alright, let's get cracking on this. Like a level 60 mission? Yeah, it's low enough level that it shouldn't be a problem to handle. Should not be a problem. But it might still end up being a problem somehow, I don't know. You're a little bit bored? Well, you're in the right place then. Entertainment Central has turned online a few minutes ago, so here we go. Is the Tenet Flux rifle worth investing in? I've not really cared for it as a weapon. Personally speaking. Oh, okay, you've got that one. I will go elsewhere. Yeah, I've not really cared for the Tenet Flux rifle. It's not struck me as something I need to pay too much attention to. Aiming some new content? Well, I understand that DE are working on updates, so, you know, kind of watch this space, really. Now, can I reach over there with this? Ah, no, I can't reach that far. That's a shame. Oh, hello. Gotta get cracking on this. Now, D is being assaulted, which is to be expected. This map, D is always under assault. And the fact they've taken it actually is going to impact that flow slightly. The idea here is that... Ooh, actually, I don't need to dodge that. I literally modded so I don't have to dodge that, but whatever. See, now my C is under attack. Oh god, that is a lot of Xmas units, actually. That is a lot of Xmas units. They took this spot right back. I've got this. You need to be holding your spot. A is under attack. Let me just pop it down here. Help them out. Yeah, A has been lost. I'm not going to make the mistake of jumping down onto A because then we'll lose something else. We want all of the enemies focusing on one spot that they fail to take, which is usually D. But so long as we can keep hold of D now, the enemies might end up grouping over there, which will improve our rates of ribbon slivers. Because if they can't capture this, they will have to keep coming over here. And if they keep coming over here, we keep getting loot. That's the idea. We've just got to actually hold this location. And I want to avoid using my, ooh, that's a lot of damage. I want to avoid using my glaive for all the kills. And a message at the wrong time. You could have joined, like, at the start, rather than waiting till then, Elio. Yeah, if I'm getting killed with the glaive, I don't think it's going to trigger the Pilfering Strangledome bonus, which is why I'm trying to damage them outright. Failed to join session. God damn it. Kind of in the middle. Unable now. Oh, yep, you left it literally too long. I sent you the invite, but then a moment later it's too late. Alright, the enemy has switched their focus over to B at the moment. They are definitely going to take that. Yep. So I'll take this one back ASAP. We don't need multiple people over here. Definitely do not need multiple people over here. We need you on a different pad. Because we're now losing D. Because there was no one here. If we lose this one, we lose our big farm again. All about that efficiency. Another fire out of the way. Oh, these guys are giving a lot of damage resistance at the moment. Jesus. There's one down. Two down. That immunity to the procs is definitely coming in handy. There are so many Guardian Xmas. Oh. I wonder if silence would be a good ability to pick up for this, because there is a lot of Xmas abilities here, and silence would just shut that all down. Might as well hack this. Get our side. Is this Sorcery or Sliver farm? It's both. It's both at the same time. Alright, well, you're going to stay on that location, so I will go elsewhere. I will grab this one. Probably would have brought your Invincible next. It's an option. I think just something with silence subsumed onto it would be the biggest pickup, because of the fact that would shut down so many of the abilities. Get the one that is cracking it, because I do not want him cracking it. Oh, there's a Guardian Xmas tanking him. Means I can't kill him in time, which means we lost the section. That was unfortunate. Those Guardian Xmas give a hell of a lot of damage reduction. So now A is under attack. I can access in here. There we go. Cancel that attack. With it cancelled, I can refocus my efforts back to where the enemies are.
Your crowns are safe in my grasp, Father. Protect me.
Get rid of the Guardian, because the Guardian is what makes everything else tank so well. Seriously, they're an absolute menace to deal with. And another one turns up. Any more? Any more? Yep, there's another one. I'm going to switch to this one later. So, there is more! How many Guardian Xmas? Oops, I'm dead. If I can kill that, I can revive. There we go. Why doesn't my Venari have shields? Ah. Probably lost them all. Oh, these Guardian Xmas are an absolute pain in the ass. When they die, everything just dies. But until they die, everything lives. Let's just get rid of this guy. He annoys me. Honestly, Chuck, I don't remember how Venari's shields work, if Venari has shields. Maybe check the wiki on that one real quickly. Are you asking where shields are on something that doesn't have shields? Someone suggested. Because it looks like Venari's at full health right now with no shield, so I mean... Oh yeah, shields if you have Link shield mod. That would make sense. Oh my god! These Guardian Xmas are actually doing my nuts in, as is that OSHA violation of a stairway. Stop making everything tank so much! It's meant to be a sortie. Seriously, Corpus Xmas units in this quantity are the absolute worst. Like, there is no other faction as obnoxious for Xmas units. Not even the Toxic Ancients or whatnot are as obnoxious. Because you see there, that Xmas just evaporated. As soon as they don't have... Oh, okay. He just despawned. As soon as they don't have the Guardian Xmas just tanking for them, it's all good. That was only 3 ribbon slivers as well. Well, that's a bit of shit. I thought the drop rate was supposed to be like 2%. Yeah. For that mission, I think if I was doing that again in future, I would definitely be putting on Silence, because Silence gets rid of their rotating barriers, it gets rid of the snow globes, it gets rid of the leech bubbles. You got 22? You got 22? How the hell do you get 22? You got Carrier Prime. Wait, no, it's separate range. Oh, you weren't in the mission, of course. Of course you weren't. Yeah, you tried to join but failed. Banshee? Well, not necessarily Banshee. No, you could put Silence onto another frame. Not having that issue, Space Cadet, no. Alright. Next up, we got the Sabotage. This was one that Zom requested. Varuna. Let's give that a whirl. Varuna. We'll bring more of a slashies. They said Praedos. There we go. And swap this out for... I think this one has the Amalgam mod on it. Yeah, there's the Amalgam mod they're talking about, so I'll just slap that on there. Oh, I just noticed you're missing an Arcane. Let's fix that real quick. Yeah, there we go. That'll do fine. Can I rank that one up? Oh, I can. Perfect. There we are. Finally maxed it out. Who's messaging me? You're available to join, but we're midway through. Are you midway through, Space Cadet? Because if you're not midway through, you won't get the reward. No, you're not. Alright, there we are then. Can't do that for you then. Fucking tabbing through. Oof, yeah. Yeah, that's all he works. Alright, up we go. Augmented enemy shields. I don't think I've actually brought any toxin-based damage with me, so that's a problem. But it's fine, it's Sabotage, we don't need to kill. Welcome back, Space Cadet. Just wait for us to load in. There we go, and I'm gone. Speed away.
Operator, you certainly have an eye for strategic.
Okay, bullet jumping is definitely faster than sprinting. Even with the speed bonus from being invisible,
Access the facility.
bullet jumping is faster. Quickly pop this. There we go.
First targets marked. Render them non-functional. These elemental condensers.
I realise that someone else is with me, but whatever.
Is profit center.
Let's tear that all up. Whilst all this just breaks. There we go. One side done.
Ordis has located the next.
I don't have any energy left because I've been casting invisibility and not killing anything. Whoops.
Helium-free processors are key to the operation of this facility's reactor.
Take out that one, that one. I'm being shot at, but I don't care. What are we gonna do? Nothing, that's what.
Turn your attention to the reactor core. Locate the console and initiate the overdrive sequence.
Alright, now this is where I could do with having a little bit of energy dropping. Yeah, I should definitely have brought Toxin. Toxin would have made this a lot easier.
This will take a few moments. Do not allow Alex personnel to reverse the sequence.
If I do that, use that. At this point, got the attack speed, I've got the range, I've got the status immunity. Let's get cutting. Reversal in progress? Nope. And do a little bit of that as well. Now I've got attack speed, range. Oh, I just got nullified. I hate nullifies so much. I hate nullifies so much. No, no. I even didn't. He activates the bubble as I move at him. I just. How are you supposed to handle that? How are you supposed to handle them activating the bubble as you leave? Oh, that was quick. We're all done here. Let's go.
Success. Core melt initiated. In a few brief moments, this facility will cease to exist. May Ordis suggest running for your life?
And we're out. Yeah, Varuna can move. I still don't recommend Varuna for just general trying to be sneaky because she has a lot of energy drain for not a lot of invisibility time, and you can't actually do anything from it aside from break it. Yeah. Looks like it's already in progress. It is maximized, yeah. It is. Alright then, the last one was the mobile defense mission, so let's get ourselves ready for that. What was the modifier? Oh yeah, energy reduction, so I want Lavos. That'll do fine. And let's switch up the weapon here. Let's go for... Sod it. When's the last time I've done something stupidly AoE? This should mostly do the trick. For some reason that is fallen off, so let's fix that. And let's make that Corpus because that's what we're up against. Perfectly fine. Don't need anything else.
The Void has chosen me as its prophet. A prophet of profit.
Prediction time? Ah, yes. Let's get that prediction up and running, shall we? Which reward are we going to get from today's Saucy Chat? Is it going to be a NASA sculpture? Is it going to be a Riven booster? Something else entirely? Make your prediction known by using the blue spanner icon at the bottom of your chat window. Remember, if you see something that's got no predictions on it whatsoever, that's the one to pick, because then if you're right, you're going to be scooping up all the spanners.
This is a mobile defense mission.
Also, you should definitely be putting down at least 1,000. Come on now.
And defend a number of locations while I
All
break
in.
into the network. Be
Give it your
prepared
all.
for heavy resistance. I can't do this without you.
Right, on location, send out a good old black wave. I've got a couple amber shards on Lavos these days, so as you can see, he just kind of tears through stuff with a very quick cast time on that 4. It's pretty nice. Also, yep, the Kuvazar is still as absurdly powerful as ever. Apparently that was a headshot kill. I don't believe it. I've not joined anything, Zom. I just wanted a bit of casting speed on Lavos because it is nice to use on him. That much is undeniable. And Send out another black wave. That will just annihilate a lot of nearby things. Also getting in those magnetic kills because I have a magnetic Kuvazar, go figure. Hello Taiwan. We're doing the sortie at the moment. After that it is a little bit of forma farming.
I need access
I'm
to
looking a little bit low, as in I have one currently constructing blueprint and that's it. Alright, we're on location. Let's take the next. Hello Andrew, how you doing? Oh, I still got the Praetos equipped, whatever. Doesn't really matter, Praetos is still just fine. And black. A few of them survive a little bit longer, but most of them just kind of flop over. Especially when you multicast like that. Like, kill 20 enemies in 5 seconds, complete. Well, that was convenient. I wasn't even trying for that one. I was just casting Lavos' abilities. Ooh, did not get 4 with that hit. Slightly less efficient. Oh, didn't put the toxin on, my bad. It's looking positively quiet over here. Are all the enemies coming from just this one direction? Eh. I've been thinking with regards to Nightwave challenges and some lesser used frames in the game. Like, there are a lot of Warframes that don't see a huge amount of use, and even on a per character basis or per account basis, a lot of people use a limited selection of Warframes, even with having a large collection. Like, I have one of each unique Warframe. One of each major type of them. But I mostly use, like, a dozen. D could, theoretically, implement a reward system, rather than the invigoration system, which 3 frames a week gives them a week-long bonus, sometimes the stats they don't actually care about. They could instead offer bonus bounties, as it were, like do missions with this particular frame, or try to achieve this with that frame. To incentivize you using something a little bit different. Something you could completely ignore, but something that rewards you for that variety, perhaps. If they were saying, oh, they could just make more frames more usable to more people. I mean, sure, if they could make every frame equally applicable to all missions overall, then yeah, that would certainly work. Any ideas on how to do that, Mithril? Because the thing with Warframe is that it's heavily scaled towards kills. Crowd control is about number 2. Stealth has its place, but it's limited. So, while some frames can get the job done, a lot of them do kind of fall to the wayside. Ooh, a ribbon slither. Oh, that's too far away, I'm not going to get it. Not bothered. You don't know, you only play tanks personally. Right, okay. Hey, would you look at that? I said I was running out of forma blueprints. Game gives me a forma. Cool. Did anyone see that one coming? It looks like one person did. Space Cadet. Space Cadet, absolutely on the money with that one. The only person to figure is going to be a forma from this one. Would you? Look at that. Well, there's your full reward. Space Cadet, enjoy your spanners. You get back all 13k of them. That's a win right there. That is a win. Streamer luck? It's a thing. 12.6k? Nice. Oh, look at this. If I go into here, invigorations-wise, it's suggesting to me I've got invigoration options for Gauss, secondary critical chance on Gauss. That could be a bit spicy. Harrow, ability duration, and immunity to status effects. I actually think he'd rather like that. For Banshee, secondary damage and energy max. Ew. That is... Ugh. That ain't so great. That ain't so great. She doesn't need the energy max. And plus secondary damage, that's additive to the plus damage sources already out there, which already get a bit bonkers on secondaries anyway. Hornet Strike itself is plus 220%, so... It's not that amazing overall. Like, that'll less than double your damage if you're using Hornet Strike, let alone things like the Arcanes. I mean, sure, it could replace Hornet Strike, but, you know... It's not a massive option. Hey. My overall point is that, say for example, they could grab Darvo. Darvo doesn't have a lot going on. You meet him early game. You meet him about Clem. In fact, sometimes, is it this one? Hey, look at that. Yeah, help Clem with the weekly mission. We meet Darvo, but then all Darvo turns out to be thereafter, unless I'm forgetting something, is he's just the discount sales guy. Which is a bit, yeah. It's a bit, yeah. So what they could do as an idea... Everyone said, I don't think a system like this is necessary. Okay, fair enough. Thanks for your input, mate. Maybe I could outline it first. As an idea, Darvo is looking to basically sell along some more data about Warframes. They know that everyone's interested in how Warframes are operating at such high levels. He's got buyers in Cephalon Simaris, he's got buyers in Alav, he's got buyers in some of the Grenier. It's shady, underhanded stuff, but you know, he cuts to the tenor a good deal. Says, but I'm struggling on getting data for these ones. Well, there's not enough information on these ones. He's like, yeah, I'm just not getting the information to sell on Frost. Help a friend out. I'll give you something extra to make it worth your while. For example, this can tie in with relic cracking, which is what had me thinking on this already. Because with relic cracking, most of the focus that a lot of people go for is on doing the faster relic missions. If there is a capture mission that's up, that will be absolutely swarmed. If there is an exterminator, that usually gets a lot of attention. But for things like your defense missions, or even excavations, unless someone specifically needs the cryotic, or just doesn't want to keep loading a mission, those two kind of don't get anywhere near as much attention. Certainly not long form. That's like something more Samaris would do. The thing is, I'm thinking of this not for data collection, but he's selling it on, and if he's selling it on, that means there's profit, that means there is something to reward you with, more broadly speaking. So, the idea of bringing it all together, basically, is to put bounties and objectives, bonuses, tailored both to the player base and to the individual player, to incentivize trying out something different. Say, okay, we know you're not really done this a lot, but if you join into it, here is a benefit for you. Say, for example, Darvo Special Fisher. Hey, you go there with one of Frost, Inaros, or, I don't know, let's pick another one. Gara. You go to that with one of those 3 frames, and I will give you additional rewards from your relics or something like that. I'll throw in an extra forma blueprint each time you crack a relic. Whatever rewards they choose to do, something that adds on a little bit more variety, rather than, I mean, it's a Fisher, just go and do it however you damn well please. Because say, if they're sending it onto our enemies, surely it needs to be more like a corrupted monster bonus, where we get negative stat and positive stat. I mean, those are 2 separate things. You were saying, if because of lore reason, then mechanical thing. And those mechanics and lore don't even have to go together. So, no, not necessarily Bigelow. It doesn't even have to be new stuff. Just a different and perhaps more profitable way of getting hold of the old stuff. in essence, I wonder if it could be beneficial to Warframe to have more of a reason to try something other than the bottom basic that everyone's always using. If you always sat on your tank frame, or always using your AoE weaponry, or always going into the capture missions, the game could respond to that to give more incentives to try something else out. Only incentives, not lockbacks on anything else, just saying, hey, if you did do this instead, here's a little bit more for you. But that is practically a fanfic at that point. It's not anything DE have said anything about, so I'm just throwing the words out there. For now, let's get on to the relic cracking. Now, we've got a couple options. We could either go into void fissures themselves, or for that matter, the steel path fissures if we wanted to. Or separate from that, there is also the void storms. We've got basically 3 categories of it. The thing is knowing who actually wants to join in. Mind inviting me if the slot's open? Yeah, sure. Bring you on there. Add another message. Invite, please. Yeah, that's LU now. Let's close up tabs for people who've got all their messages. Yep, sorted. Don's dropped out. Alright, Don. Have a good one. Now, because we have got someone who's on console, basically, Railjack doesn't like to load very well, very neatly at the best of times. I'm genuinely going to say no. We're not going to touch the Void Storms because crossplay, it doesn't really seem to want to play Bonnie with it, does it? Let's be honest now. Let's be honest. So we got the option of either the Steel Path Fissures, of which we've got Survival, Defense, Sabotage, Survival, Interception. That's not amazing. Or we have got the option of, yeah, Triple Sabotage, Excavation, Defense, Interception. God, that's not better, is it? Those are all pretty terrible, actually. Do Void Storms really want to? I mean, it leads to a problem. Disruption, that's a Requiem one. It's different. We don't want a Requiem one. Requiem. God, that word is annoying at times. Yeah, I suppose we could just do the Survival Endurance. We could do the Ceres one, Draco there, because if I recall, that is a good spot to go overall. We can load up that one then. Why not? Let's see, it's suggesting I should use W1. What's a W1 when you know what it is? Oh, Wukong. Yeah, that makes sense. There we are. As we load into this very quickly, I will quickly sort out my weaponry. Do I want to be used in Kuvazar all this time? I do not. No. I'll grab form in, make sure it is appropriately modded. Yeah, that should do fine. Switch out the epitaph so I have a more suitable laser beam. Grab Glaive Prime because Glaive Prime is good. Switch Xeneric for Nairu. There it is. That'll do better. That'll do better. What do I play for personal fun? How do you mean, what beast? That's a very vague question. It could mean like 20 different things. I'm not sure what you're asking there. Was I looking to strip the armor of the whole map? Fair enough. Fair enough. Did it really switch the host once again? Tell Rage, what the hell? Scary. Oh god, the T tried coming back on me on that one. I'm that damn flabbergasted. Seplar Rage, what the fuck have you got in your settings? Seriously. Seriously. Oh wait, it's not you this time, it's Cosmo. Cosmo! What? Wait. Hold on. What? Warframe? Why Warframe? Why? We've got 3 PC people and a console player, and it goes, you know what? Let's steal the host away from the person who created the squad, and now let's give it to the one console player, because that's going to go well for everyone involved, isn't it? That doesn't seem like a smart choice to me. I may be missing something, but it just doesn't seem that smart to me. I mean, frankly, as we said before now, it shouldn't be changing the host. We decided who the host is. This isn't a public squad. We set up the squad. Hello, Warwolf. How you doing? I don't remember us ever having this issue until like a couple months ago. And then all of a sudden, the game starts deciding for itself who's going to be the host. I don't get it. The whole point is that you choose who is host by having them host the squad. It's really weird. You finished squirrel farming? Nice. It's a bit of a long farm, isn't it? Question is though, Wolf, have you got all of the resources for Cora or just the blueprints? Because the resources are also a thing that needs dealing with. What stage are you at on that side of things? Not farming, forming. Oh, formatting. Sorry. I misread forming as farming because I wasn't expecting a missing letter. Right. Well, at least you have got the resources then, because, you know, you've already built it. That's a thing. How are we all doing on reacting? Those guys over there have got 5, 4, and 6. No, 6, 4, and 6 now. I'm on my 10.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Must be farming Kavat codes for Cora. Yep. It's a thing. Kavat codes are not the easiest to get hold of because they're a 25% drop rate from scanning a live Kavat. And it's only the ones in the Orokin Derek tile set. Which is a bit of a pain. Alfred say hello, got excited for idle hunts after learning of Shock Trooper, then realised need rank 5 out as a veil. Or you can trade for it. What, like 10, 13 platinum? Shouldn't be that hard to get hold of. Opinion on Kariv? It's a gun. I don't really have much of an opinion on it overall, so it's a gun. That's the best I can give you. Come on, Foreman, you can do better than this. Where's the big baboom? Where's the kills? Have I accidentally modded the Foreman with... No, I've definitely got Arcane... sorry, Primary Merciless on it. They were saying farming the codes to be the easy part. It's easier, but it's not easy in terms of the amount of time it can take you. The core parts are absolutely devastatingly long. No, there's no mistaking on that. But getting those Kavat genetic codes can be a pain. Oh hey, Tommen's here, where are they? Oh, they're right there. Can I be facing the same way I'm looking when I spawn, operator, please? Thank you. And he's dealt with. Hey Jock, have you tried out the Warframe market? I'm assuming you have, but you've been talking about this for a while now. Have you tried the Warframe market? Because usually speaking, that's going to be the way to trade with people, rather than in chats here or there.
When you are ready, go to extraction.
Alright, let's see what we got here. Ooh, okay. I know I said I was going to go for former blueprints, but that's a little bit shiny. What's the brackets? Oh, that's going to be the trade volume, isn't it? Yeah, it's got to be trade volume. Looking at the 59 over here. W1s are still valuable, so I'll see. Just keep bringing those for now. Did I buy Glaive Prime or had it from old times? I bought it. Is there any other Prime weapon that's the additional ability similar to Piranha Prime? Specifically that ability? Don't think so. Other abilities? Yes, some Primes have other quirks here or there. It's hard to really list them because there isn't, to my knowledge, just a list of them. Oh, I missed him. Does it recommend them as intact Radiant? It only gives a valuation based on the ones you've got. So it's not telling me which ones should specifically be upgraded. For that, you want the relic planner inside the app itself. It's just looking at the relics I actually own and saying, hey, this would be the one with the highest platinum output right now. There's a corruption. These guys are all supposed to be corrupted. Not much of a fisher if they ain't fishing. Nope, not that way. I hear some things. Wait, it sounds fishery, so I'm gonna head this way. Yeah. There's the reactions I'm looking for. There we go. Chalk saying it's only one person selling, they're offline, the price is double what I'm willing to pay. Oh, there we are then. It's going to be a very tough time getting hold of that then. If there's only one person, asking in random chats is just not going to work for you. Your best bet is to be regularly posting a message into a trade chat and hoping that someone with a stockpile picks up on your request. But even then, you're going to have a time haggling the price, probably. That's the downside of console trading. It's just less populous. Yeah, probably best enough. I've just not logged into that specific feature. Evening there, Buzzer. How you doing? Ooh, nearly just slammed myself off the map. I keep on finding enemies which are currently Zakuified. I want the ones I can shoot, not the ones which are wrapped up in tendrils. Here we go. There appears to be a lot of reactors somewhere that I'm just missing, because someone is on 9. I have, well, 5. Where's that missing reactor? There's one. Yeah, it's a sweet naff all over here. Enjoying this Edo? Nice. Yeah, it does go very well with Lavos. It's his signature weapon for a very good reason, unlike Eurali's signature weapon, which is a bit of a juxtaposition for her. A low crit weapon on the Warframe that wants crits, wants to benefit crits. It's a curious one. I know you're here. There you are. Beaker just hiding around the corner. I see to on mag. Yeah. A lot of stuff works well on mag. Like, if it's a projectile of any sort, mag just makes it go bonkers. That's mag's thing.
That's it. You opened the
She
book.
makes projectiles
Finish your
bonkers.
mission and we'll take a look inside.
Hello, Misery. Goodbye, Misery. armor strip zone is quite handy. Like, just this whole ring of enemies spawning in with no armor. Oh, okay. Just a casual fire wave because I can. You got double range from the relic? Nice. Yeah, that will definitely help you build. Range makes my blappage go further, but at this tier, Lavos' affordability kind of falls off unless I'm hardcore priming it. And I'm not. Let's see what we got here then. Yeah, looks like the Tekka is the best piece on that one. I could go for the former blueprint, but you know, this is vaulted and the most expensive item there, so I'll take that. Natural on mag. In effect, projects are hitting over and is shaking my screen too much. Yeah. It's a thing. It's been a thing for a while on that one on mag. Not sure if they even can address it, I don't know if they want to. What's the application or extension that shows the pricing? That is a Warframe. PC only, for any of you wondering about it for console. Definitely PC only. People like the form because it doesn't run out of ammo? Yeah, that's one reason. It's got infinite body punch through on the shotgun mode, so you can see I can hit all enemies in a line there. It's actually reasonably strong. Yeah, it's not an AoE weapon like the Kuvazar or Tenet Envoy, so it doesn't just wipe out entire rooms with a glance. But it still gets the job done. I crit, decent enough status, and it works with the, what's it? Internal Bleeding mod, I believe it's called. So it's got forced impact procs, and it can convert that into slash procs with that mod. Which, as you see, kinda slaps. There's one shot, let's let it bleed out. Ah. Very good if the enemy have a lot of armor, because you just use a slash proc and say, what armor? Who cares? Hello, Evie. I've messed around with the Tenet Ferox enough to know what best element is. I have not messed around much with that one. I'll be quite honest with you, spear guns just annoy the hell out of me. I cannot gel with spear guns. I've tried, and they always piss me off. As far as I can see with spear guns, their best thing going for them is to not use them as a gun, but to use them for their special effects. And at that point, I'm pretty certain the element doesn't really matter. So, pick what you want, frankly. The usual ideas of toxin or heat are just going to do you well anyway. Yeah, the Foreman for its mastery rank, and the fact that you just buy the blueprint from the market is actually kind of ridiculous. Actually kind of ridiculous. And it scales up because if you can get hold of the Foreman needed to upgrade it, you can keep on powering it up higher and higher. Bit of a downside that it comes with no polarities though. Empty missions may see my Avara build. Want to have the maximum efficiency with Prowl. Go on to duration for everything else. Have I posted my Avara build somewhere? I feel like I posted my Avara build somewhere. Did I not post it in my cheese video? I can't remember if I put Avara build into the cheese video. Not sure on that one. Damn, these enemy spawns are spreading out a little bit, aren't they? I know we're not hyper cheesing it by all just holding a corridor, because that gets boring very quickly. Enemy spawning in this game can get a little bit sporadic. In fact, so sporadic that I appear to have lost all stacks on my weapon. Why has that happened? Hang on. Hang about, I've been shooting stuff. No wonder it feels weak all of a sudden. Where are the stacks gone? That does definitely make the forming weaker if you somehow go so long without properly shooting an enemy that it no longer counts. But still. Getting close to that 15-minute mark. I do not have my... Never mind, I have my reactor now.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's
Everyone's got their reactors, it's all good. Yeah, one downside of the Foreman is that if you are relying on the galvanized mods and otherwise the arcane to do you damage, it is a bit slow to get those initial procs. It is a bit slow. Original stacks, I should say. I mean, yeah, sure, you can strip the armor of enemies and then do it that way, but for just cleaving through stuff, it needs a bit of help first. That looks like a pretty terrible selection of items. I'm actually going to take the former blueprint on this one, because that's the main reason I'm doing the relics is I need former. Down to the last blueprint at the moment, and it's currently constructing, so yeah, get a bit more of that. Now, what arcane do I have on the game? I think it's dexterity? Oh, that doesn't count. Nope. What arcane do I have on the game? It is merciless. I'm going to secondary merciless on it. Okay. I'll do that. Okay. Make it a little bit easier to get those initial stacks. Oh, thanks. Wanted to be knocked back. Yeah, that gun's struggling a little bit right now, isn't it? There we go. Now it's getting somewhere. Happy New Year's. Yeah, you're a little bit late on that one. A little bit late on the New Year's, well wishing. Well, looks like this one's over with Ellie. Help him out with that. Okay, that was a massive delay on the operator. I was spamming pressing 5 there to switch back and it was just not doing anything. What tanking? You lagging? Oh, that's unfortunate. God damn it, Zaku. I get the armor strips good. God damn it. And one of the concerns I do have with the whole stack building on weapons is that for weaker weapons, it actually makes it harder to use them at their expected tier, as it were. Because if you struggle to get the stacks in the first place, it struggles for the weapon to actually get somewhere. And if you switch to something else, if you do anything other than use that weapon for kills, you lose your stacks, and then you're back to square one. Whereas stronger weapons, which can get the kills without the stacks, get those stacks even easier, and then they kill even easier. There's a little bit of an odd one. Not a direct upgrade. It's one where the weapon has to still be able to do stuff first. Label saying having over 100% strength on a virus useless for pickpocketing. Correct, yeah. It stops at 100% for effectiveness. Less than 100, you got reduced chance of sealing. More than 100, no change. It could be interesting if D wanted to experiment allowing for extra loot, but I don't think they want that in the first place, because the pickpocketing is an extra loot option on enemies. And they specifically worked against stacking extra loot options in the past. Imagine being able to survive in a sealed path? It depends on what you bring. What you bring and what mission you're going into with that you're bringing. If someone's starting out on the sealed path, I'd say one of the best options you can do is go for an invisible frame. Silence your weapon if you can. And so you can get a feel for the kind of damage output you're needing on enemies to be ready for then actually surviving them. Because you can take your time, be a little bit more methodical when you know, not being shot at. So an invis frame is a good place to start on Steel Path. It helps that the first planet, of course, being the Grenier on Earth, you don't have to worry about nullifiers either. That definitely helps out invis frame play. Measure Revenant of Ara, yeah, those are very good picks for Steel Path. Because if you're not shield gating, you either need a solid armor tank or to just not get hit. And not getting hit sounds fine for a lot of frames, except that crowd control only goes so far. Oh, did they just full heal? There we go. That crowd control only goes so far for a lot of frames. Because you come across something that's outside of your range, or if you come across something that is an Xmas unit and so it's just immune to the effects, then it can go south very quickly. Overall, just solid tanks is a good idea. Someone did not get themselves the reactant, so that's unfortunate. It looks like Eliu there. Whoops. Well, let's do one more of this, then we can rotate around something else. Rotates different build, different mission, all that good stuff. Oh, hey, Mars is here. Where are they? They are over here. Oh, that apparently missed them. There we go, someone armor stripped them. Ooh, took a bit of a hit there. I had viral proc / proc heat proc on me, I think. That was a bit spicy for my armor. What is the recommended relics mod from? Oh, the overlay. It's not a mod, it's an overlay. And that is a Lecker frame. Yeah, you can't mod Warframe, no. Absolutely not allowed. You can get overlays. Basically, you can get quality of life tools here or there. But you can't have anything which actually changes the game itself anyway. Either how you interact with it mechanically. You can't have something that plays the game for you. And you can't have something that changes the actual rules of the game, like something that changes the loot tables. That's not allowed. Is Serrata nearly as good as Glaive Prime? My knowledge, no. The biggest thing going for Glaive Prime is that it has guaranteed slash procs on the heavy attack if the enemy doesn't die from the initial attack. You see there, guaranteed slash, and then he dies. Guaranteed slash, and then the bleeding a bit, but not insta-die. That one, let me help him out. These Steel Path Xmas units do tend to tank quite a bit. They'll get the job done. glaive prime slash procs are less important if you are armor stripping the enemies or if they just don't have armor. At that point you can look to use something else, like for example the Zoris, which has a wider range and does electric procs. Something here. Oh, there it is. But yeah, I mod up my glaive with Toxin so that against the Grineer I've got the slash, and against the Corpus I've got the Toxin. And I've got one space also dedicated to Life Strike, which gives me total healing with my heavy attacks as well. Which, especially for a frame like Lavos, total healing is kind of useful, you know? Kind of useful. Also, when using my glaive there, I've lost all of the stacks on my laser beam, so now my laser beam is once again trash. Yeah. Enclave trying to work on controller's SAS? I wouldn't know, unfortunately. Or fortunately, for that matter. Last time I played much of a console game was back with Halo Reach. After that point, I switched over to PC gaming. I think it was, yeah, I think it was about the time of Minecraft releasing the Nether. That's when I switched to PC gaming, pretty much for everything.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look.
Minecraft added the Nether, which that's been a while now. Angst is spawned over it. Angst is dead over it. I went to armor ship and they already lost their armor as I pressed it. About the Zoris' infinite combo duration? Yeah, it's a thing. D then afterwards made it where it was no longer going to work with a lot of pseudo-exalteds that use melee stat sticks. That always came across as a bit weird to me. The Zoris using infinite combo though is kind of strange considering that glaives are their best when you use them for heavy attacks. You know, all the attacks I'm doing here with glaive are heavy attacks. It just strikes me a bit odd. It still surprises me the number of people that sell the Zoris. They get it, they try it out, and then they just sell it. And typically, that same person will then later on go, oh my god, the Ground and Void is so tough, how do I deal with it? It's like, the quest gave you the tool. You threw it in the bin.
We will all share in this bounty.
Alright, that is our 5th relic, so I'm calling GG's on that. Let's open up the relic, see what we get. There's a mix of things. Apparently this is the most valuable item here. Okay. Zooge Prime String it is then. They're saying check the video, I have an all-rounder infiltrate build. Oh, there we are then. All-rounder infiltrate build for Ivara on my cheese video. That works. I have had questions from time to time, people asking, Ken, why don't you put your builds in just some place so we can just go look at them? The answer to that, in case anyone is curious, is because I spend a lot of time on the videos explaining why the builds work, and also, you know, just on the videos in general. I'm not looking to just be another poster on Overframe. If you ever wonder why there's not just a general repository of our builds, that's why.
And so we learn the importance of clarity.
There we go. That was a decent run. We got ourselves a variety of bits and pieces, one former blueprint, and some shinies elsewhere. Teaching more than showing, like the mindset? Yeah. I know that a lot of people, they just want the builds. I see the metrics on my videos, because I will see spikes. Wherever I put a build, the viewership, it goes, spike, spike, spike. I can see it. I can see the people, and it's a noticeable percentage of people who are just going straight to the builds, screenshotting them, and then fecking off. It's a thing. I can see it. Does it annoy me? I acknowledge it as just part of how I operate. It's just part of how I operate. And yeah, as Time Worn Traveler says, we also have to refer back to that too. So yeah, some people will go back to the videos, it counts as a new view, but they're just skipping over to the build, which affects YouTube's metrics. But that's just part and parcel of it. At the end of the day, you want a build, you go to my video, you get the build, fair exchange, job done. I will have to hold that thought, however, and it seems that tea and everything else has gone right through me today. And I mean right through me. So I'm going to have to take a quick bio, and I'll be back in a sec. So Cosmo, Elio, Suffering Rage, we'll be reforming in just a moment. I do need to be right back. Ciao. That's the wrong screen. That's the BRB screen. Be right back. There it is. Hello again. Thank you very much for waiting for me there. That was really rude on Mother Nature. But that happens.
Messages in your
All right.
inbox, operator.
I have an inbox message.
They are not as encrypted as they
Alright. Let's have a gander. That's what we got here. Did I hear someone was in need of a forma? I guess my new master rank is an excuse for these. Enjoy. Well, thank you very much for that, Flow Force. I will add that to the little collection. Appreciate it. Cheers. I'm saying can't stand Loco's accent. We're all about Loco now? Why are we having to go at Loco? Loco's nice to listen to. Welcome back, the drones are taking over. Yeah, they tend to do that. We clean them up every now and then. We clean them up every now and then. Alright, we're going to get on to some more relic cracking, find a new mission, find some more pieces to get. And the squad is available to cycle around because I have, broken down the squad now. So if you would like to join in, send me a message in game, the engineer that is. I'll bring you on into the squad. We'll crack open some more of these relics. A little statue from Red Veil. Is that used for anything or just cosmetic? Statue from Red Veil. I assume you mean this thing here? It's a decoration. Just a decoration, that one. Same for all the other syndicates. They all have their own mark as a decoration. No, says Buzzer. Okay, then you're going to have to be more specific and name it. What's the thing you're asking about if not that statue from Red Veil?
With these, you may punish our enemies.
I mean, they might be meaning that, Ray, but I'm going to wait and see if that's what they actually mean. The ducats, the room silver shop. Okay, so you do mean this thing here, which is also a decoration, so... No, it's not used for anything, it's a decoration. Well, looks like we're getting the same squad as before. There's so many DMs you keep getting faked out. Yeah, it's a thing. Well, I have to hear when they come through, so I ain't fixing it. Alrighty, what have we got available to us now? There is the exterminate, we can run that over. Yeah, that'll work. That will work just nicely. Let's switch over to the big blapper. Because, again, that will also work quite nicely. And don't need to make any other changes, actually. That should just work as is, just blap the entire missions. Yeah. What modding am I using? Yeah, that's just kill everything. That's fine. That is absolutely fine. Alright. Let's get some more cracked open. What's it saying now to use? K5. What's K5? K5 is Kogaki, Helios, all that stuff. Alright. Let's use it. Reason worm, cheers. So we've got a R2 relic, S12 relic, and C4. Isn't that the Chroma one? That's an old relic, that one. And again, the host has been migrated. I don't get it. Everything is absolutely stable my end. Why? Why the heck? Most migration. Most migration? Host migration.
Combat must be practiced to
Yeah, no.
truly
Things are fine my
master
side.
the canvas of war.
Does the C4 relic explode? Into a shower of prime parts. We're already on 5 reactors. That's kind of bad. 6. Oh, 7 if I want to go back for that one. Yoink. Which I do. Apparently. Nine reactant. And it's an enemy. Oh, no, that's just directing it this way. I thought it was saying there was an enemy in there. Alright. Got everything reactor-wise, so it's just a case of killing the mission now. And, turns out we can do that pretty handily. Situations what Korokop does. Yeah. Just a bit. Slowly but surely we're making our way through all of this. Let me just... Oh. It's going to get a bonus life. Kill him anyway. Yeah, there he goes.
You've broken their ranks and they are on the run. Another successful mission.
And we can extract. It is beautiful how far you can take a Vile Rush with the relic bonus. Alright, some are good, some are good. I mean, Mirage Prime Chassis, I've got 6 of them. Apparently they're worth 7 plats. I'll take a 7th. I'll chuck it on the pile. I don't have any of the blueprints for Mirage, though, so that's a problem. That is a little bit of a problem.
It is done, Tenno.
It's fine. Wish you had that level of control during your Vile Rush. You just get used to it. Practice makes permanence on that. You just get used to it. Yeah, Cosmo, I don't know why it keeps on deciding you should be host. Literally no idea on that one. Ray asking, Cosmo, are you EU? You're in the UK with me. Yeah, there's no reason it should be switching over, Ray. No reason. Summit's gone screwy on DE's end. It's just picking out a different host for no good reason. Might be alphabetical order? Alphabetical? I mean, I suppose that it is alphabetical done that way, but why would it choose alphabetical order for hosting? Surely not, no. Because you'd see host switches more often if that was the case. But say, what's a video from the past you'd like to revisit because of rework or other reasons? I'll be honest with you, actually, the longest frame to farm one. That's what I'd like to revisit at some point, because well, we've had some changes to the Ash farm. A number of other farms, Oberon got addressed. There are new options for Harrow since that release. New option for Oberon. So there's been changes on that side, and also, I'll be honest. Oh dear, what the hell was that? Okay, my entire computer just had an aneurysm there. Don't know what happened on that one. But yeah, I'll be honest, I glossed over some things in that whole video. As much as I did a lot of the mathematics with regards to, you know, actually getting hold of the blueprints, I glossed over some of the other parts which are integral to farming Warframe. Getting the requirements, getting the resources, even covering the frames which don't have RNG behind them. It took me 2 weeks to make that video, so remaking it, even though I have the information already, it's still, that'll be adding on a lot more. God knows how long that would take, to be quite honest with you. God knows how long that would take. But it is a video I'd like to readdress, to see if I can basically take it to an entirely new level of relevancy, of information, cover every single Warframe. If that makes sense. It should make sense, really. Feel like Caliban's longest farm nowadays? I mean, he's certainly got some roadblocks, hasn't he? It's a big part of Caliban, is the fact that you just kind of have to hope the right bounty is around, and then his resources aren't exactly the nicest to get either. Alright, we are done with this mission. Let me navigate my way out of here. Ooh, I slightly misjudged that one. How did I? Oh right, this is the single pad. I don't know why I thought it was the triple pad exit. My bad. We could go for either Helios or Octavia. Octavia, I apparently only have 2 of these. I have 3 of those. I'll just take the Octavia then. Either's fine, really, to pick up. I'm in Protea Pain right now, since you need the keys. Need the keys? Oh, you mean the Granum Crowns. If you're doing it right, Buzzer, you should be able to pick up a Granum Crown every time you've done the run. So that shouldn't be a problem for you. If you do it on the correct mission tier, you'll always have the same key replenished each time. I've farmed Protea twice myself, so I've been through it, but at the same time, it's not that big of a deal. At least the key bit isn't. You just go through the same process. We've had the release of Varuna, we've had Styanax, we've had Caliban, we've had Jaya, we've had, I think, Eureli was after the video as well. I think I would have included her even then in the old one, but I think she was after that video. Anyway, yeah. Nope, not 6, K5. K5 it's saying is valuable. Exactly, Quicksilver, exactly, yeah. Eureli's clan research? Yeah, she's clan research. She's also got the quest. It's unlike Wukong. Wukong, you join a clan, go to the clan dojo, you buy the blueprints. Eureli, you have to do the quest to get her blueprint, and then you get the parts from the clan dojo. And of course, it has an entirely different lab for reasons. It's a thing.
Accept your death, and
Oh, yeah.
you may yet avoid it. Trust in your
Flap,
training.
sap, slap. I think I accidentally fired a rocket between the stairs there. Just grab all of that, don't mind me. That is a relic already
Open the relic. Finish your mission. and
Words!
look inside.
That is the relic already cracked. Good lord, where are my letters going today? I don't even know. I don't. English, yeah. I'll just switch to Simlish. Quizá barriendo. Imbrantea. It'll be just as intelligible. Am I sure I'm drinking tea? Well, I mean, I was told it was tea. It smells like tea, but then I don't actually have the best sense of smell at the best of times. I've never had a good sense of smell. How are you alive? Die! Whatever you... There we go, finally. Jesus. Whatever that thing was, it was stuck inside of the ceiling and it just... It wasn't dying. There we go. That's the kind of kills you're expecting. Give them a rocket or two and they're just unalive. Getting some very strange momentum as well at the moment today. All the enemies around the other side. Let's hop on over. Warframe's a perfect game with no bugs. Says no one ever. Wait, jump. I don't know what is up with my mobility. It feels like I'm... Can I pick this up, please? It feels like there's just some strange momentum bugs going on right now. And also, I just cannot pick this up. Or at least not with Lavos. Is Lavos just having a moment? Feels like Lavos is having a moment.
The enemy is broken.
There we go. Now we can just get out of here.
Distraction.
I'm not drunk, but Lavos might be. I mean, it's possible. He's been doing all kinds of moonshine experiments. Trying a little bit of his own stuff. Does Vile Rush knock out a Prowl? I've never tried it to know. I can't say on that one. I'll stick with the Mirage piece. Yeah, it's the most valuable here anyway. I'll just take that one. Hello, Gamble. How you doing?
Very
fairly supposed to get. Hopefully that gets fixed for us. That's 50% of energy used up to 50 bonus damage on next melee attack. I think I know why people don't use that mod. How's stream going? Yeah, we're doing alright. Just trying to get form and prime parts as per usual. What you expect to get from a relic fisher after all, so you know. Would I happen to have a Quello build? I do not. I do not. Yeah, I've got everything building over there for now. Hurry! Hey, checking out stream for the first time. Well, welcome on in. Hope you enjoy your stay. We're in the midst of Steel Path relic cracking. Because hey, why not? I mean, I've just had leftover meatloaf for lunch. Cool. Yeah, the Queller I've just not done much with, sorry Moon, so I can't give you a build on that one.
Be practiced to truly master the canvas of war.
And black. Close enough. a meatball may have hit them, but you know what? Close enough, I think. Grab this from over here. Just everything in that explodes. One rocket. You gotta love it. Oh, apparently somebody just killed my carrier. Okay. Good thing it's got bonus lives, eh?
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Quick reload of the flapper, which is of course the envoy. Something's alive, there we go. Sometimes I swear, I go to hit a group of enemies, and then as soon as the rocket reaches where they were, it's like they've already just died. Sometimes I just go to hit them and they're already gone. Random question, is Wolf Sledge still obtainable? Technically yes. You can get the parts from other players, and you can get the Wolf Beacon from time to time, which allows you to summon the Wolf, so technically yeah. It's just not the most accessible weapon. Alright, what we got? What we got? Anything good? Value-wise, I mean, Author's Prime Blade, but yeah, this lot's not the most amazing pickup here. Not the most amazing. Oh yeah, Barrow gives the Wolf Beacon as well sometimes, doesn't he? Yeah. Yeah, but I'll be honest, the number of temporary events that have been included in Warframe, events which not only have story elements to them, but just never come back, has always struck me as a bit odd. It's always struck me as a bit odd, because like, one of the night waves was the whole deal with Arlo, which the only thing you can see of that in-game these days, as a newer player, is this confusing fight over here. It's just gone. Now, if you go into the details here from Nightwave, yeah, we're all the way up onto. We've got intermission, followed by intermission, followed by intermission, 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 basically. Because D made these, then realized that they don't have the time to spend on making these. This I didn't catch. Like this shows you where I was at in the game. So I caught a bit of the Emissary and then all of Glassmaker proper. And then it's intermissions. But this is gone. And this is gone. And instead the best you can get is Nihil's Obolette. You can pick up and do the thing. There's your Wolf Beacon, by the way, if you want to fight the Wolf. I don't miss the Glass Resonance thing. That was a pain in the ass. Yeah, absolutely. And then there's Arlo's Lantern. That's my other token. So you can do the Glassmaker fight and you can do the Zealoid Prelate fight, but all of the history behind it is basically just wiped out. As Ray's mentioning, there's a whole lot of other stuff that's been lost as well. Like the initiation of the fights between the Corpus and Grineer, or how there was the event with Talrega. How Scarlet Spear has come and gone, and following on from that Orphix Venom. And if you miss Scarlet Spear and Orphix Venom, then you basically miss the start of the new war. Because that's what it is. We had these whispers in the distance of anomalies, and then that followed into literally an invasion. 2 invasions, in fact, which then fell into the actual New War quest. If you miss those, the New War, you go from over here. If you really go through the game as quick as you can, so you don't get the effectively natural time gaps in development, you just go through the game as is. You get to Uranus, and you're learning of sentience, and then there are an actual proper threat, and it's causing all kinds of issues for Lua. And as you make your way around, they poke in more here and there. And then the next thing you know, you're doing the New War. You've got it geared up a bit, you're doing the New War, and it's done. And what's really strange is that you can complete the New War without ever doing this mission here. Never. You could just straight up skip it. Not only that, you can also skip doing all of the Orphix missions. There we are. And I wonder just how many new players can end up doing the New War without ever doing the Ropalo list or Orphix missions, when the Ropalo list has story to it. And Orphix shows, you know, the invasion going on. If you did those events, the Scarlet Spear and Orphix Venom, there was this constant burn, this build up to the sentient threat from players before I started, just the first whispers of what are sentients, what are we dealing with? So then dealing with, hang on, wait, they have caused this whole issue with Lua, and wait, Lua's a thing, and also, wait, who are we? Holy shit, mind blow. And then the development from there, the whole war within, the queens, and it continues to scale. Even down to how the other Grineer Queen has gone kind of insane, which you experience in these 2 missions here. You'd expect that insanity to take time, but those become available the instant the quest is done. So, yeah, it's a bit odd. It's all a bit odd. You do need to do Rope Lotus, don't you? No, Moon, no. Belly Surter you don't, because why would you have to do it? It's just a boss. It's just an assassination. It's not a requirement for it. Lure mission is available for annual completion. Yeah, I know that. I'm talking War Within. For the Lure stuff, it's War Within. You get access to, what was it? These 2 here, immediately after War Within. But you wouldn't expect the other Grineer Queen to be going quite so insane quite so quick. It fits in with the longer time gap the veteran players have experienced, but it doesn't fit in with the timeline you experience as a new player. So it's a bit odd. It's a bit odd. Because they assumed everyone will do it for the frame because that's how you get Wisp. I mean, well, a lot of people have done it for the frame. Absolutely, loads of people have done it for the frame. In fact, I have the server details on exactly that. Wisp, despite her stage in the game and despite her resource grind and the Ropelotus grind, is a very heavily farmed frame in comparison to all that. Very heavily. Whereas, on the other hand, if we go over this way, we then have Nova, which is so easy to acquire from Raptor, is criminally underfarmed. Seriously, in fact, let me look at the stats on this one real quick. Let me bring up my stats on my side here. Where would I be looking? This one. I'm going to flashbang you guys for a moment. Enjoy the sheet. Alright, let's see. Build responses. Let's scroll on down. In fact, do I have... That wasn't the section. Nova. There we are. So that's a Nova one. So, for Nova, of those people that I asked, 215 had said they have not finished farming Novas. They've neither bought Nova nor farmed Nova, whereas 763 people had bought or farmed Nova. Okay? But if I then go to Wisp, which is going to be like right about here, 783 built versus 172 not built. That is quite the difference. That is quite the difference there. I mean, bold that one and... the Wisp one? Yeah, bold that one. Let's just hide a few columns. Don't need to see those right now. Did I hide the wrong column? Oops. Oh wait, there it is. Yeah. So despite the fact that Nova is so early in the game, this is not quite out of 1200, no, because this is filtering out all of the junk responses. So out of the filter responses, 250 people who've not finished getting hold of Nova there, versus 172 here. But you'll notice that the number of people who have built Wisp is only slightly higher than with Nova, because some people, quite a number of people, have actually just purchased Wisp. Only bought with flat, received as a gift, you see. So some people are in that. Where did I put this survey? I posted it on Twitter, Discord, and on YouTube, all three at the same time. And then I closed it about a day later. I got enough responses. Oops, that was not what I wanted to do. There we go. So yeah. So despite being right next to each other, and the fact that actually you farm Wisp later is locked for so much longer, loads of people just don't get Nova. Do we know the most commonly bought frame based on my data? Not exactly, no, because the information is limited in that regard. If someone has bought a frame but then also built one, they'll put themselves down as having built the frame. And likewise, it's bought or gifted, but that includes people who have got hold of them through drops, through packs, through the freebie give out, like with Steinax. So it's all a bit murky on that side. I didn't want to get over specific with the information I was asking, as I wasn't looking for amount of purchases people were making overall. That wasn't really what I was looking into. It'll become clear what I was looking into, but up for now. You got Steinax for me? Yeah, a lot of people did. A lot of people got Steinax for free. Interestingly, a lot of people have also built Steinax now, like quite a number of people. But at the same time, that survey was very heavily skewed towards late game players. Very heavily skewed towards late game players. So my information on that side is going to be somewhat restricted in parts, but that just shows who's actually active on my channel, I suppose. Most people who are watching are late game players. Fun fact. And late game, by that I mean, you know, this entire thing is done onto the Steel Path late game. The vast majority of everyone has access to Steel Path who watches my stuff. That's a thing. At least out of those who responded, maybe newer players just went, oh, this is intimidating. But, well, if that's the case, I'm never going to find out. Never going to know on that one. Yeah, we can keep going with this one. It's a good one to pick. It's a no-nonsense one to pick. Nova might not be appealing both visually and mechanically compared to Wisp. Yeah. It's just strange that a frame that is so easy to farm is just completely ignored. Or at least not completely. No, that's unfair, but is criminally underfarmed. That said, there is, however, one Warframe which is farmed far less than you'd expect for how easy they are to get.
Each enemy is more powerful.
If you ignore the reason for why they're not so farmed, just look at how hard they are to get compared to how many people have them. There is a frame out there that is really underfarmed, and I fully get it. No surprise to me whatsoever. That is Eurali. She is far down the chart for people who have farmed her. Far down the chart. Despite the fact that she is actually one of the earliest frames you can access in the game. She's even earlier to access than Hydroid. She's a quest frame? There's loads of quest frames. The fact is that her quest puts off a lot of people, and her abilities put off a lot of people. And so she gets neglected. Are the numbers to prove it? She is heavily neglected. At least in terms of farming. And also in terms of being given a fun kit.
Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
She's best tank? What? Eurali? Best tank? Bro. I don't know what game you're playing. 75% damage reduction does not make the best tank. You dropped her quest? Yeah, I can understand that. It was an annoying quest if you don't want to do cave driving. I just somehow jumped off the map. Again, without just lack of momentum control. I think I'm just being thrown off by the vault speed more than anything. Not something I'm typically navigating. Alright, you take care, Ladybug.
Now get to extraction.
We can stack health indefinitely. Okay, Warbeast, that's called a bug. We don't rate frames based on bugs which are clearly going to get removed in short order. And yeah, infinite health is still lower than 0 damage whatsoever. I'm just going to ignore whatever I missed back there. Does buying Eurali auto-complete the quest? No. It auto-completes the Rising Tide quest, buying the Railjack that is, because that's necessary to allow you to progress. That's the whole point of the quest. But for Eurali, it's not necessary for progression. It's an entirely optional quest, aside from getting her blueprint.
The lesson ends.
Yeah, fair enough, Chocodika. To each their own. Not fair to Sebion. Got yourself 7 different frames after doing the survey. That's alright. Orbeez, you still somehow missed everyone's messages, but okay. It doesn't matter how high you stack up their health. Immortality is still higher tank than not immortal. So Eurali is still not the best tank, even with the bug. Sure, she can get a lot of health. But then when it's gone, it's gone. You're dead. Yeah, exactly, Space Cadet, exactly, yeah. Railjack seems abandoned. Railjack is not in the greatest of places. It's been improved massively since its original release. But I do feel that DE kind of dug themselves a developmental hole with how they designed Railjack.
Your enemies have grown.
You look at how the missions are handled, you look at how loot is handled on it, how the objectives are handled, how Corpus Railjack is actually mostly not Railjack. I do feel like DE kind of designed themselves into a corner, both on a technical level and a general design level. And it's unfortunate, because, you know, the idea of having your own warship and taking that into the fray, yeah, that's cool. That is legitimately cool. The implementation is
Prepare for incoming
not
support.
ideal. It's not ideal.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Alright, that is reactive at the very least. Is the Rising Tide quest fun? I don't know if I'd rate it as fun, to be honest. I don't know if I'd rate it as particularly fun. It gives you a lot of exposition, however, about Cephalon Psi, so for that reason alone I'd recommend it. It gives you a lot of information on who he actually is. Yep, that's cleared of enemies, apparently. Didn't see any damage ticks. That's a good point. Yeah, if you get gifted the Railjack, intentionally or otherwise, do you lose the ability to know about the story in game? I can't say that's ever something that's crossed my mind before, but that's important, yeah. Rising Tide consists of a bunch of weighty enemies aren't particularly difficult to fight. Yeah, most of Warframe's quests lack enemies difficult to fight. Except for the bit where, for some reason, new players were struggling with the new war? Or no, not new war, Angels of the Zariman? Like, players at the point of completing the Angels of the Zariman quest, that very late game quest, were apparently struggling with the enemies there at, like, what, level 40? And it had to be dropped down? That was a surprise to me. I was most definitely surprised. In fact, you know what? For 3 plat, I'm not picking that up. I'll take the former. Buying Urali makes the quest give you a ribbon instead, so you can buy ribbons with plat. That's an interesting way of looking at that there, Chocodika. It's a very interesting way of looking at that one. Alright, Cosmo, you have a good one. And of course, because Cosmo was the host, squad disbands. Alright, that means we've got a space available if anyone would like to join in on the relic cracking. Send me a message in game if you would like that to be yourself. Just going to close all tabs so don't lose the message when it comes. I don't know if it exterminates. Let's do something a bit different. We can do the hive one. The hive should be a good pickup. I don't actually need to make any changes. That's the whole point of this build, it just works. I don't need to do changes. Is there a good AoE weapon for MR12 and below? You can get hold of the Kuva Lieutenant weapons at MR12. So the Kuva Tsar, Kuva Brahma, Kuva Ogress, Tenet Envoy, you've got access to all of those ones. It's going to be a bit of a slog at your level, but you've absolutely got access to them. So that can get you started there. I don't know what mastery rank a lot of different weapons are off the top of my head. have a look. If you got the Platinums to spare, is Glaive Prime available at that mastery? It's mastery 10, so yeah, that's absolutely one you can get. That's absolutely stonking good. In terms of AoE as well, you should have the Zorus. It's mastery rank 4. That one does some work. Let's have a quick ganders here. I mean, the Amprex you can pick up from your Clan Dojo. It's mastery 10. That'll get some work done. It's not a full AoE, but it works good enough to replicate that kind of effect. You can get the Spore Lace primary and secondary. Secondary is stronger as a kit gun from Deimos, and that will get some good work done. That's an AoE weapon. Tomb Finger is an option from, what do you call it? From Fortuna, but it's not as strong overall. Not as strong as the Spore Lacer. Let's have a ganders through this lens you can pick up. Yeah, that's mastery rank 8, so you can pick up the lens. That's the Brahma before the Brahma got released, basically. So that's a thing for you. So yeah, certainly there's plenty you can pick up. Ask them to play with the Augment. It's a Warframe's option, but yeah. You're right, Elio, you're right. Why does the game sometimes do a host migration when the game begins? No idea. Genuinely no idea, Malicitos. We had the same question ourselves earlier. No idea. Can you join? Exclamation mark join. We've started this mission now, but on the next one. Oh, I might be able to bring in... Cat Tonk wants it. There we go.
Only with true mastery of the Tenno arsenal will
Cat Tonk has taken the 4th spot.
Intel suggests there are rich enemy supply caches in the area, but I'm unable to pinpoint.
Yeah, this weapon's working just fine on this
Search them
level.
out if you are willing to shoulder the added risk.
It's working just fine. The other benefit is because it's AoE, I just need to roughly know where the hive bits are, and it blows them up in that AoE.
A juggernaut nearby. It will only attack
There's
when it
one
senses
up
high
above, it's
concentration
probably off my
of
radar.
Slow the fight if you want it to go away.
No one else is grabbing that one.
Now take out the hive.
Oh, you can strip the armor of these, wow. I don't know why I didn't think to try that before. Cat Tonk failed to join session. Is it too far in now? It's too far in now. Whoops. Yeah, on the next one then. On the next one.
The juggernaut.
Yes, you did.
I think you made it angry. Good work.
Yeah, those hives, they do get a bit stonk. Oh, marker on that thing. I'm going to leave that to someone else to deal with. Not my table. Take out the hive bits and just pop the rocket around the corner. Does the job. Don't even need to look at it myself. Oops. Jump around that. There we go, get that. Throw glaive. Throw glaive over it. Come on, where are you? Oh, there you are.
Now quick, destroy the hive.
And the hive. Let me just laser beam. Let's see if this will actually kill it. Not in a million years. These things are tough. But we get there. Haven't quite got the reactants yet, so hopefully we'll get some more stuff along the way. Darn, that wall is too thick for that rocket to work. Let me get it there. That one over there. And that should allow me to crack this. Yep, there we go. Pop the armor on it. That works. Okay. Still short to reactor myself because I've gone off ahead. There it is. We're all good. Let's get out of here. Wherever out is. There it is. God, this is a loop-de-loop of exit, isn't it? Blimey. Wouldn't it be easy to just punch a hole in the side of the ship and then, you know, exit via space? There we go. Alright, anything shiny shiny? Ah, we can pick up another Harrow Prime chassis, why not? Harrow chassis every time, eh? We'll add it to the pile. Or I could take... Actually, I'll take the magnets, because I ain't got a blueprint. So why not? I'll just trade that one.
Valuable lesson.
That's the last of my tea gone. No more of that one. Alrighty. We should be able to just keep running that one. Yeah, that's got plenty on it. I want to see, can I get something that can slap it a little bit harder though? Because that hive, I mean, the glaive was killing it in a few hits, but I want to see if I bring this. And if I bring, this should be my, yeah, this is my corrosive set. If I bring the Felarx, will that do the trick? And then I can bring out the Small Acer just to kind of have my AoE damage still. Also on the Small Acer, might as well set this to Dexterity. I'm going to use a glaive for a lot of killing too. Maybe that can do the trick. We'll see. And it's recommending I bring the N10. Yeah, sure. What is that one? Nidus. Ah, okay. Oh, the invite. Oh, yep. My bad. Ah. There we go. Cheers, Gamble. Alright, so we'll just let everyone grab their bits and we'll jump in. Can you buy tea for plat? You can get the Orokin tea set. It doesn't come with any tea, but you can get the tea set, I'm sure. I think that's a plat purchase, or it might just be from Teshin. I'm not sure on that one.
These foes deserve your respect.
Here we go.
Honor them with quick deaths, and I with your victory.
My intel suggests there are rich enemy supply caches in the area.
If I start with a little bit of
Search them out if you
Glaive
wish.
Lappage, yep, that's got me the full 6 stacks. And then a couple normal kills to get the multi-shot going. Oop. Take out that and that and that. Getting ready for the hive. What did I even fall into? Yeah, that seemed to work. That seemed to work.
Triumph over adversity of one person acting true to their truest self.
Don't know how I managed to fall through a random ass hole in the ship though. That was weird. Did I just take no damage? Stupid thing. There we go. Hive is vulnerable. Strip the armor. 5 shots. 5 shots. Is Teshin the Ghost a new lower mission? Pretty certain no. don't remember if D confirmed one way or the other, but I'm fairly certain no. They look similar. They're the distinctive armor of the Dax. Yeah, they are Dax. Right, there's not really a lot to go on for identifying an individual.
Now quick, destroy the hive. Tenno, there are still undiscovered supply caches in the area.
I mean, to say that the Felox is just, you know, a shotgun. It's doing a good job of taking out those hives. There we go, got all the reactors I need. Let's get on out of here.
Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Ta-da! Alright, well, it's a shame I'm out of tea. I'll just have to get a new cup of tea. There we are. That is nice and fresh. Oh hey, Octavia Prime chassis, why not? What's the best thing to sell as Prime for Plat? The thing that you have. The thing that you have, because it's kind of hard to sell it if you don't have it, and you'll find yourself overall better off just kind of doing fishes rather than trying to min-max getting the exactitudes out of, oh, I should be farming this piece and then that piece and then just go get some prime parts. Do a mix of relic tiered, so you do the Lith, Miso, Neo, and Axie, so you do complete sets. Sets are easier to sell than individual parts. You spend less time trading because it's 4 items or sometimes 5 items in one trade. But otherwise, just go and run relics. When it comes to primes, just run the relics. That's how you get the stuff to sell. Why is that movement Labos? Oh, that's cool. Just getting used to using Labos, really. There's nothing too special to it. I think I'm out of the N10s. Let's grab the G9s. It's a Gara one. Prime part prices fluctuate? They do, yes. They don't fluctuate too heavily. You should be able to follow certain trends, but yeah, they do fluctuate. Like right now, if you wanted to be really smart about it, if you had the platinum to invest and hold on to, then you'd probably want to get hold of the stuff that is in the Prime Resurgence and literally just hold on to it. Let the prices go up in a month or two's time, and then start selling it. But that means just kind of sitting on a whole chunk of stock and praying that that works out for you, speculating on it.
These are worthy foes.
Given where we're at in the Prime Resurgence, you might be better off if you're doing that kind of thing on instead getting value out of ribbons and whatnot. Buy low, sell high if you're going into trading, really. Buy low, sell high. Pop the bits around here. There is something up high. It is dead. I don't think I can hit that one through the wall. There we go. Hive is vulnerable. Yeah, that took a bit more there because I had no stacks on the Felox. No, the multi-shot stacks it is. Oops, a little bit more still, please. There we are. Surprised Harrow isn't more popular? Harrow takes a lot of effort to play. To play him efficiently takes a lot of effort. He's also got a pretty nasty farm, which puts a lot of people off using him. Just as a matter of course. I may be mistaken, but I think I just one-shot that, what'd you call it? Juggernaut. I may be mistaken there. That looked too easy. Nearly there. The react in front. There we go. Sit by this. Let's strip its armor now.
Now quick, destroy
And it's dead. Oh, unlimited ammo on the Phalanx. Don't mind if I do.
Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
I'll just hold down the fire button for a bit. What weapons do I recommend for Steel Path? The thing that you have most strongly modded. The Steel Path doesn't mess around. Upgrading to more powerful weapons is a good idea. Don't know why that took so long to die. That was weird. Where's the other one? There it is. Yeah, the most crucial thing is just having something that you've got well upgraded to work with.
There are still undiscovered supply caches in the area. You may want to locate them before leaving.
Crit chance, crit damage, plus mag minus zoom on foreman. That sounds pretty nice. Don't know if the plus mag is really that necessary, but hey, if you can get a good enough start, why not? The crit chance, crit damage though, that is nice. It sounded like, was someone using Golden Instinct? It sounded like someone was. Let me just do a scan. Yep, there we go. I put 2 and 2 together. I heard the sound. Oh, Lavos, don't be like this. Lavos, don't be like this. Just pick up the goddamn star. There we go. Good Lavos. One thing he's been struggling with today is bending his knees. Hey, that's a nice find. I'm gonna fall. Hello, Doubles. Thank you for the YouTube content. My pleasure. Glad you enjoy it enough to pop here on Twitch as well. What did we get? So we just got ourselves a 60-minute credit booster. Well, we'll see the rest in a second. Ooh, shiny, shiny. Not a common part to get. Item not crafted. Have I not crafted? Cobra and Crane. Bloody hell. I'll take that as well then. It's a win for me. Time to do profit take it. I'll pass on that though. I've got enough credits. I've got nearly 40 million credits. I'm good. No, I'm good. Yeah, and we got field run. That was it. Strange. For an infested mission, you'd expect to receive mutagen mass, not a field drum. But there we are. I suppose it must have been a corpus canister. What was that? What was what? The thing that gave us the booster? That was a rare crate. They are aptly named because they are very rare. In fact, that one was the very rare one because it gave us a 60-minute booster. Some of them will only give you a 30-minute booster. They are rare, but you can get a couple upgrades to help you find them. So there is Golden Instinct, which you can get through the helmet system, and that can detect rare items like ice and sculptures, and it can detect things like those rare crates. And then likewise, you've got the Parallax Air Support, which is the one I use, Auric Eye. You deploy that, and it will mark all rare items within 150 meters. But yeah, pretty nice pickup there. 150 meters doesn't go an infinite distance. You have to be careful exactly where you cast it, or you will miss stuff. But yeah. Brentwood Gun, since the rare crates were a thing. Yeah. Rare crates will also give you a single resource that matches the source of the container. So the Grenade one will give you Detonite. The Corpus gives you the field run there, and then an Orokin rare container that will give you a forma. So yeah, 150 meters is pretty small. It is a bit small. That's why I used it then, because I heard someone use Golden Instinct. We were close towards the end of the mission. I heard that telltale sound effect. Golden Instinct has a huge range, but because we're so far through the mission, it's like, okay, chances are it's going to be right nearby. So best time to cast it right there and then. Pop it down, scan around. The benefit of Auric Eye over Golden Instinct is that Auric Eye marks the object. Golden Instinct gives you a hint of the direction. It's a good hint, but it's still just a hint with a cooldown as well. That was not supposed to happen.
The canvas of war.
My intel suggests there are rich
Different
enemy
functions,
supply
really.
caches in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint their exact
Downside with both of those is they do
location.
not detect caches. Like the 3 corpus caches that are on this hive mission every time, they aren't picked up. We can't find those that way. But that's fine, I'm not looking for those. Those don't really give the best stuff anyway. That should be... Yep, this is clear to die. Don't even need to do the armor strip. It's not got that much armor on it, so it seems that the Velox is just cutting right through the corrosive. You take care, Flame Thoughts. Have a good one. Let's pop all of these hive blockers. Infested tumors, that's what they're called. And it's in a laughable state. Easy peasy. The Velox is very strong. If you have 110% crit chance, what does that mean? It means that you are guaranteed to always hit with a critical hit. So you'll always get at least the yellow damage numbers you'll see. But then you have a 10% chance of it escalating to a tier 2 crit, otherwise known as an orange crit. When that happens, the bonus you get from your critical damage is applied twice, additively. So if you've got a critical bonus of, say, 3 times, a normal critical hit will deal 3 times damage. So you've gone from 1 times to 3 times. The orange crit then will do that again. It will go from 1 times to 3 times to 5 times. Each time you're going up by the 2 times. If you instead had a 7 times critical multiplier, then you go from 1 to 7 to 13 times. So when you see the orange damage numbers from me, that's when I'm landing that tier 2 crit. Because I have over 100% crit chance on my attacks as well. Math on a stream worked out right? Yeah, I'm not a loco. I'm not about to call a command center a Nexus, you know, right? Those Terran Immortals. Someone didn't get enough of reactant. Uh-oh, who was it this time? Cat Tonk. Whoops. I'm going to take the forma blueprint. How does the headshot multiplier apply to multi-crits? It's after all other calculations. So, if you land a tier 2 crit, and again, taking that 7 times example, a very, very high crit multiplier, you've gone from 1 times to 7 times to 13 times, and then the crit headshot bonus is added in, which just... No, it's not. No, my bad on that one. I misremembered. The crit damage, the headshot bonus is after. The crit damage doubles the multiplier. Then that's applied. My bad. My bad. So your multiplier for 7 times on a headshot becomes 14 times. So you go 1 times for no crit, 14 times for crit and headshot, and then that's 27 times for crit, headshot, orange crit. The -1 on crit tiers is on each one, reaches -3. Red crits are only -1 every time. It's just the way the multiplier works. Let me spell this out a different way for you, because thinking of it as like, oh, it's stacking up can feel slightly odd. So let me grab the notepad. We like the notepad here. The notepad explains things in a very comfortable, understandable way. And I've gone into this in full detail on my guide on how damage is calculated on YouTube as well. So if you do want to catch this later in full detail, just go onto YouTube, the Kengineer damage calculation, or the Kengineer 165. You'll find it. 165 because it's part of the title. But yeah, let's use an example weapon I've got right here, in fact. Make this easy on us. I've got Zagara's Gift with a critical multiplier of 8.2 times and a crit chance of 105. That's actually kind of bonkers. That's actually kind of bonkers, isn't it? So, 8.2 times multiplier and 105% crit chance. So the way it works is that the crit multiplier is just there for your quick reference, but if you think about it instead as a crit bonus, it'll make more sense to you. This is a 7.2 times crit bonus. Always subtract 1, that's your actual crit bonus. And the reason I say to think of it that way is that normal damage is 1 times. Critical damage, I'm just going to put damage, is at 1 times plus the crit bonus. Tier 2 crit is going to be 1, the 1 times, plus 2 lots of the 7.2 bonus. If you have a tier 3 crit, the red crit, then it is, you might be seeing where this is going, your base damage, and then it is now 3 times the bonus. And so on, and so on, and so on. All the way down. And this applies whether you naturally land that crit, or if something is crit enhancing you. Say, for example, you've got the, Smear Give Out, it's giving you 200% crit chance flat out. Or if you've got, for example, the crit enhancement from the Vigilante set, this always hits this way. Vice versa then, that means if you've got a really low crit damage, if you're doing a crit damage of 1.4 times, which is terribly low, then your normal hit is 1 times. Your critical is 1 times plus 0.4 times. Your tier 2 crit is the 1 times. I'm going to put a space there just to break this up. You've 1 times plus 2 lots of 0.4, which that's only 1.8. So if you see weapons with a less than 2 times critical multiplier, usually they're just terrible for crits, because they just don't scale. They just don't. Whereas if you have something really, really strong like this one, the 8.2 times, you get some pretty bonkers numbers out of it. You get some pretty bonkers numbers. But just saying, please video my most watched channel is about making plat. It's one of the most watched, but not the most. Any cool use for special transmute resource mod that guarantees a polarity? Not really, no. It's just not worth picking up from Samaris because it's so expensive standing wise, when you can just, you know, buy something else from him and sell that for plat. So it's not really worth it. Yeah, you can guarantee the polarity, but you don't guarantee anything else about it. And it removes the credit cost, but like, big whoop to do die, you're spending Samaris standing, that's more expensive. So for transmutation, if you are going to transmute, just stick to using the mods and the credits, that's all you need. You'll get enough of what you do or don't need that way. Alright. Now we're here, we might as well do that. Yeah. I mean, crit chance on Archgun, it's important to have. This is one I already have, but you know. Hey, ability strength on Arcwing, there we are. That's a farm that no longer have to do. Already done it, but whatever. But yeah. Alright, let's keep racking. That hive mission is a good payout at the moment, so let's keep going. It's saying to use G9. I got G9, yeah. Longest farm was the video that introduced Itsuki Engineer. It's going to be the case for a lot of people on that one. It has, it's got a lot of views, that one. I'm very happy with how that video has turned out. I want to do a better video at some point, like a redo, but more. I take it sky high with that one, but that's for the future. Fire versus corrosive, yeah, that got a lot of people's attention as well. Lucian's saying, when I'm red critting with Cora's whip, I receive a crit buff from my cat, then I only get oranges. You happen to know why? Yes, because you got a crit buff from your cat. Because the crit buff from the Smear Give Out is not gain plus 200% crit chance. The buff from the Smear Give Out is your crit chance is now 200%. And a red crit is over 200%. So your cat is actually making your crits worse. That's the trade-off if you want to use a Smear with a high crit build. Sometimes it will nerf you. And Zeppelin Rage managed to die. Whoops. Not ideal, don't do that. Death is not recommended, chat. Fun fact. Can I get the thing from here? Oh, I'm gonna have to go around the corner. One more to grab. I don't know where it is. There it is.
That's it. Now take out the
Ah.
hive.
I could do with some multi-shot. Let me get those stacks. There we go. Now I've got my multi-shot. The crit on Kitty is a mod. It's the charm mod. So you can take that off, but you also lose all the other benefits of charm. Use at your discretion. Oh, we got the reactant already. That's unusual.
Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
I guess I am a little bit behind everyone else at the moment, so more for me to scoop up. Take out those. Ah, a pair of them next to each other twice like that. That definitely helps. Easy.
There are still undiscovered supply caches
Easy.
in the area. You may want to
What's
locate
the
them
low
before
crit
leaving.
needed to red crit with no Riven and Warframes? The lowest crit needed, it's not about the Rivens or Warframes, it's about your crit chance. If a weapon has anywhere above 200% crit chance, then it has a chance of landing a red crit. Or if you're using the Vigilante set, anywhere above 100% crit chance, and you can land a red crit. Reason being is that the Vigilante mod set has a chance on landing a critical hit to upgrade it to the next crit tier. And with above 100, you have a chance of landing orange, which then has a chance of turning into red. Yeah, 300% guarantees only red crits. Unless you are being nerfed by something.
Multiple biosignatures detected. We've got infested incoming.
Oh, this is always a maze to try and exit. Ta-da! Well, this is a load of trash. I'll take the dual carrier's prime blade, but this is mostly trash, yeah. Ew. Very correct, Space Cadet, yes. Red crits are the highest visible crit, but crits do continue to grow forever. The mathematics never stops going up, so if you have 10,000% crit chance somehow, then yes, you will get an absolute stonkingly high crit. Can you ask a question? You just did. Do you want to ask another one? What's my least preferred tile set to play on? Oh, that'll be the ice tile set on Europa. I hate it. Have I done all of the missions? Yes. I have, to my knowledge, completed the entire star chart and the entirety of the Steel Path star chart. I've basically dabbled in everything. Same with all the Railjack missions, done all of those. Is there something I haven't done that is still accessible? In terms of actual missions, rather than some insane random for the hell of it challenge? No, pretty much. If I look at the mastery game for Steel Path, that's a point, yeah. That's a point. Yeah, Steel Path missions and missions, exact same. Yeah, I got them all. Scarlet Spear? Well, I said accessible still, but also, yes, I did do Scarlet Spear. Metal Ware's got a multi-shot, status chance, crit chance, ribbon for Proboscis, Cernos. Is it good? Multi-shot is typically good on pretty much everything. Crit chance, ribbon if you're using it for damage. Proboscis, Cernos, I probably should be using it. For that, let me just check there because I don't memorize most stats. No. No. Crit chance, no. Status chance is nice, but the crit chance, no. You got 2 good stats and you got 1 not so good stat. Can someone taxi you to do Profit Taker? If you've not got rank 5 of the Solaris, I don't think you can, no. I don't think you can be taxied to that one. How do I feel knowing I might be the world's foremost expert on Warframe? I don't know if I'm the world's foremost expert on Warframe. There have been people who have been playing this game longer than me. There are people who know more things about this game, certainly historical parts of the game. I don't know if I'm the foremost expert, but being one of the people who is in the top tier of knowledge of this game, that's a thing, really. I mean, it's my job to be. When you think about it, it is my job to be. The 160-ish of you here right now wouldn't be here if I didn't know what the hell I was talking about. Mathematical expertise is certainly a draw. Yeah, that is, yeah, my forte. Being able to understand the mathematics going on, put that together in Warframe, and then be able to communicate it to you guys in a way you can actually use it. Yeah, that's kind of my thing. You're here for Fairy Grendel? Oh dear. Well, all the best to you on that one then.
These are worthy foes. Underestimate them at your peril.
My intel suggests there are rich enemies.
There we go. That's got all of the stacks needed for multi-shot.
Their exact location.
Now I'll give you some stacks on dexterity. And now we can work on the mission.
Targets ahead. That was a juggernaut. They were lured out by the death of infested.
Blade Prime is ridiculously strong. I'm still surprised at how long it's been left in this powerful of a state. Ranged AoE melee weapon doesn't really make sense, but here we are.
All nodes destroyed. The hive is vulnerable.
I hear a juggernaut. Just a lot of infested screens, really.
The juggernaut. I think
No, wait, there is a juggernaut somewhere. Where are they? I think I hear it over here. Ah, there's a charger. Hello, Mr. Juggernaut. Is that you on the map? Nope, that's a charger. A leaper or something. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so whatever one-shot it last time. Oh, wait, no, that. It seems like the Juggernaut is weak to the Felarx, guys. A corrosive Felarx will shred the Juggernaut, it seems. Good to know. The Felarx really just deletes pretty much everything that has some weird damage reduction going on in it. Hitting the belly with multi-shot and punch through. It's mostly the multi-shot, really, yeah. I was, of course, aiming for the belly, but it's mostly the multi-shot, the Felarx, that kind of does it. That and the Incarnate damage. Multi-shot plus Incarnate damage is just stonks in this game. I've got all my reactors, so I don't actually need to stop for any of these enemies. Everyone rages well ahead of us here. How about this? There we go. I think I haven't got my multi-shot buffs. Oops.
You may want to locate them before leaving.
Oh, for goodness sake. Stuck on so much this terrain. This is one of my least favourite tile sets. The ice one is worse, but this is still pretty nasty. Ugh. Because navigating these odd angles is just pain. It's just pain. And then this exit, where if you jump in the wrong direction, you're like, well, I'm just going to fall off the map now. My bad. I'll just go this way. Does Azar's Whisper Bug still work on the Incarnate? Yeah. Yeah, they've not done anything about that. This is worse than the ice. It's a close call. I still find the ice one slightly worse, I'd say. Just slightly. I suppose I'll take a dual carrier's prime blade. There we go. I know there's the Orthus prime there, but I don't need it. With the introduction of Archon Shards, what's the maximum amount of ability strength one could hypothetically obtain? God, hypothetically? When you take into account that you can also include things like Invigorations, the Kit Gun bonus, the Operator bonuses, Arcanes, the Aura bonuses, bring in a full squad, you can have an Equinox bonus, you can have a Nidus bonus. When you start stacking all of that stuff on, honestly no idea. Like, no idea. Arbitration bonus? Actually, you'd want to be in a Relic Fisher, Zono. You'd want to be in a Relic Fisher because an Arbitration bonus, that will give you plus 300%. Whereas a Relic Fisher, when that activates, will double your strength. So if you have over 300% strength, the Relic Fisher gives you more. What's the name of the program that helps track best rewards? Oh, that's Aleca Frame. A-L-E-C-A Frame. Make a video trying it out? Yeah, there might be a video about it on my channel somewhere. If you search the Engineer Aleca Frame on YouTube, you'll get a lot of detail. It's had a facelift since that video, but yeah, it's a thing. Yeah, Velox is, it's pretty strong. That bonus is so ridiculous. Like, it just annihilates so much the game. Maximize coordinated power strength for Protea with 2023 prior to Fisher buffs. That's mad. 2023 power strength is ridiculous. And the fact you can then double that. Did I miss a requester frame? Oh, I didn't see it was there earlier. No, sorry, that did slip through. Talking about Fairy Grendel. Look, you want Fairy Grendel. Okay. Well, everyone's about to have their retinas burned. Because this is Fairy Grendel. Yup. And I'm not even giving it any particular intro this time. It's just a thing. Enjoy the abomination. At least Grendel's good enough to be a pick frame now. True, there is that, yeah. He actually can, you know, compete in missions. The things you do. Anyway. It's still probably for the best that Grendel's deluxe skin got patched. That was a little bit of a physics problem. Or biology problem, depending on how you look at it.
Your enemies
Let's go.
Fears. Use all that you have learned.
My intel suggests there are rich enemy supply caches in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint their exact location.
I got 4 enemies there, that'll do.
If you are willing to shoulder
Take one more. Or not take one more. Nope, apparently I can't have one more. They keep dying. House is upstairs.
That was a juggernaut. They're lured out by the death of Infested. Lay low and it should go away, or amp up the fight to draw it out.
Alright, where's all this stuff out? There's one. And then one is below. So if I jump here. There we go. Grab the reactant. I can't actually see where the other one is. Is it over here? Oop. Okay, I fell. Trying to follow the map to see where this thing is. I can't see it. Oh, it's all the way over here now.
All nodes destroyed.
There we are. They found it.
Hive is vulnerable.
That's your excuse to skip work, distraught by Fairy Grendel. I will not sign that doctor's note for you. You're explaining that one to your boss yourself. Alright, so we got you there, and then over this side. Got a bit of blockage. Ooh, that was a red crit. Because I have, what's it? Avenger on Grendel here. I just stomped. I forgot that I was using Grendel as I was saying Grendel. Just muscle memory said, no, that's not Grendel. Let's use Bile Rush. As you can see, I did not in fact cast Bile Rush. Ah, nope, it's on the other side. Can't hide this from there. Okay, someone got it with a better AoE. Whatever. Space Cadet. Just messing with everyone's ears. Why don't you? Why don't you? We've gone through this a bit quickly. I've got 9 reactants, but still I haven't quite got the 10. Let's kill the thing spawning over here. Oh, there's 10. Cool.
That's it. You operate the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Down this way. You know, rolling through this corridor as Grendel might not be a smart idea. It might not be a smart idea. I mean, we're getting there. There we go. I'm going to take the forma, to be quite honest with you. I don't need the Bronco Prime receiver. Is that a fairy Grendel you see? It is indeed a fairy Grendel, yeah. Like the meatball was coloured now? It does add some character to it, doesn't it? Yeah. You're not the only one here, Helicopter. You are definitely not the only one. Oh, so one building? What for the former? No, no, I've got one building at the moment. Alright, Grendel, you've had your moment. Back you go, mate. You're ugly. That loadout slot is just cursed. Alright, let's see. There we go. Let's mix it up. Let's just grab a different random relic. Let's grab you. M2, what are you? Magnus. Cool. You wonder if this is the only fair Grendel? I'm fairly certain there are worse ones out there. Developments from the original. I highly doubt that Fairy Grendel has existed for this long without having at least some copycat out there. Why are we doing Hive? Because I feel like it, that's why. It's an alright mission, yeah. It'd just be nice if there was a Hive one that didn't have such a tile set, to be honest. Oh, yes, I remember that, Space Cadet. Yes, you, second place in an ugly Warframe contest. And the winner definitely deserved it. Jesus Christ, that one was... Yeah. You showed me that. It was a thing. Slip through all these. Up. Kill all of the nearby tumors. Take that one right there. That one there. Wall jump off the crud. Hive's vulnerable. Ooh.
That did it. Here comes the Juggernaut.
God, that speed boost is unexpected. Ugh. Elio is down. Hopping down. And they've been revived. This is good. Oh, hey, Juggernaut. Yeah. I don't think it's a punch through doing anything. It's just shoot at the weak spot and, you know, Incarn and Gun go bare. this unit. Ruining your day. Volt melon after this? Okay. It's not volt or melon, it's Volta melon, like watermelon. Volt. It's close enough. There we go, that is cracked.
Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
That was a terrible transmutation probe, but you know what? We roll with it. We roll with it.
That's it. Now take out
And we're good. Alright, everyone got reactant. LU is lacking at the moment.
caches in the area.
It should be good along the way, but you know, we'll make sure to kill some things until they are. LU just needs one more, so they should be good very shortly. Can I jump, please? Jump, please? There we go. Got out of control. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, maybe this tile set is worse than the ice one after all. Maybe it is. Not going to activate that until I see that LU is all 10 they need. Just to be safe here. There we go, they're good now. And let's see, I mean, Titania 6 plat, sure, why not? Let's pop that up. Let's pop that up there. What are my thoughts on auto clickers? They're playing the game for you, right? So, no.
Your will was greater. This is good.
I think D, you've been pretty explicit about do not automate the game, so yeah. If it's got auto in it, it's probably not that great, unless it's automatic rifle. Alright, so, Voltamelon, says Soft Sniper. Alright, let's first make sure that we have an appropriate Volt build to go into this. Yeah, being able to just hold down melee attack would be nice, yeah. So this is Volt when he's on a good day. And this is the Voltamelon. Complete with mayonnaise ephemera. Let's crack this next one. Yeah, high strength Volt can definitely mess up your movement if you're not used to running around with it. Looks like a bad fruit salad. That's not a bad description, yeah. He is literally watermelon themed with mayonnaise. In honor of a friend who had watermelon and mayonnaise whilst playing Among Us. Because why not? Aside from having absolutely any taste whatsoever, but you know, gamers aren't exactly afflicted with an abundance of that. Scout ship at the back there to confirm that.
Your weapons make
Raw! Someone else is giving us speed so I can give us damage.
My intel
And
suggests
zap.
there are rich enemy supply
Anyone for some overshields? We got overshields.
unable to pinpoint their exact location. Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the added risk. A juggernaut nearby, it will only attack when it senses high concentrations of
Yep.
infested blood.
Full stack on the overshields. Very, very easy with capacitance here. Here's a high vulnerable. No, one more thing to take out. Don't know if I'm in range of it here.
That did it. Here comes the juggernaut.
I have to jump up to deal with it. Where is it? There it is. It's right on the ceiling. God damn it.
Now quick, destroy the hive.
And you think the weirdest you heard before watermelon mayo was pasta and Nutella? Oh yeah, pasta and Nutella is nothing compared to watermelon mayo. absolutely nothing compared to that. Yeah, Volt Speed definitely messes up Titania's. There is such a thing as too much speed, and them two together make that happen. Ooh, ability range and ability strength have been doubled. Don't mind if I do. Add in that raw, so we got 137% raw now. Yep. That'll do some good work. That'll do some work. That should make that one vulnerable. Yeah, there it is. Beautiful.
There are still undiscovered supply caches in the area. You may want to locate them before leaving.
Does Toxin bypass overshields? Yes. It's just Hildren that has a Toxin gate. Every other frame overshields is just extra shield hit points. Nothing more. Stop knocking me over. Oh, I am now invisible. Okay. This is all pretty trashy, so I'll take the former. Yeah. Nothing too amazing to look at here. Hildren gives her immunity to allies. Yeah, Hildren will extend her shield gate to allies. Yeah. When using the right ability. I've lost track of how many former bloopers we've got. Let me check in the foundry in a sec. Should have gotten a few today, but there's been a lot of prime parts to pick up as well. Let's have a quick looky-doo. Former 6 blueprints, so I started at 1, I've now got 6, so we gained 5. It's okay. It's okay. Old Faithful. If it works, you know? Don't fix what ain't broke. Let's use S11, why not? I've just completely stopped looking at the like a frame suggestions for the axes right now. I'm just using random ones. Oh. I've nearly gone through the second Mugatee as well. Cool, there we are. It's S5, G9, T10, S11. That's a nice smorgasbord of stuff. How many Axie Relics do I even have? A few. A couple here or there. If I spent more time playing and less time making videos, I would have fewer.
Their focus impressive.
But I just kind of keep on picking them up, you know. Huh. 3 circles overlapping. I didn't realize they can spawn so close to each other.
Unable to pinpoint their exact location. Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the added risk.
Where's this one? There it is. And there's one more to get right at the back. Cat Tonk is under the stairs. Oh, you have fun there. Cats are known for getting themselves into weird spots, so I'm not too surprised.
All nodes destroyed. The hive is vulnerable.
One hive vulnerable. Let me help with that. There you go. Wondering, what focus lens would you suggest for Steel Power? Focus lens? Whichever one you want focus for. Focus lens is just for gaining focus. It doesn't matter to Steel Path in that regard. Is this active? Ah. I use I? Yeah, sure.
Prepare for incoming support.
Well, I use the I. Nothing got marked, so we're out of range, whatever you were sensing. What would be an ideal rhythm for Proboscis Cernos? Multi-shot, status chance, and minus zoom, I would guess. Multi-shot damage could work too. Multi-shot status chance might be more preferable given the amount of damage you should be getting from other places. You could go multi-shot damage.
That's it. Now take out the hive.
Fire rate might be helpful as well. I've not used it enough to say if it could do with a fire rate buff, but might be useful. No particular focus for Steel Path. Focus lens doesn't matter. The focus school you bring, if that's your actual question, that depends on your build. So like, if you are energy hungry, you'll typically want to have Zeneric. If you are meleeing, then Narumon's a very good pickup. If you are in need of an armor strip, then you can go for a Nairu, same for a shield strip, which works against the treasurer, by the way. If you want to have a different form of tanking, you can use Vazarin. And if you want to be using Operator for damage, or if you want to get the biggest strength buff you can, that'll be Madurai.
The relic has been cracked open.
Wait, to get it that way.
To find out what's inside.
Someone over towards the thing. Why are they not killing it? Oh shit, where is it? Maybe this is why they're not killing it. This area is just being weird. There we are. Someone's right on top of it. I'm just going to stand here. There we go.
Destroy the hive.
Did I not have multi-shot stacks? That took a few shots to kill.
You may want to locate them before leaving.
Hello, Spartan God. It's going well. Hope you're doing well yourself today. Although say new player enjoying YouTube explainers. Welcome into Twitch as well, my dude. Glad you've enjoyed the YouTube. Oh, balls. Glad you've enjoyed the YouTubes enough to pop on over here. Why have we got an enemy mark? Oh, hello. No, you've knocked it over when its belly isn't exposed. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. That'll do. He opened his head. That's great, Sam. Thank you, appreciate it. So I need to get more informed on focus. Yeah, I've got a guide on game focus lenses, but I don't think I've not done a guide on the focus schools themselves just yet. That's just something I've not got around to so far. You can think of it as Naramon for tank, Zeneric for casting, Naramon for melee, Zeneric for casting, Vazarin for tank, Madurai for operator damage more than anything, and a Nairu for defense reduction. Primarily, that's the best way to think of it, I'd say. That's just easy answers. Oh, Valana. Okay, fine. I want a Valana. I'll go get the Valana sculpture. It's just on the way. We probably should have got that. Beautiful. Let's see what we got. Oh, Vega Prime Blades. There's more values. We can take that, yeah. We can take that. Just did Steel Path. Yeah, it's a bit of a jump, isn't it? It's a bit of a jump up. I think that is probably going to have to be the last of the relic runs we do today, though. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll wrap those relics up there. So, Eliu, Zevlon Rage, Cat Tonk, thank you very, very much for joining in on those, and enjoy your Prime Parts and Forma as well yourselves. Just because we're wrapping up on the relic farming doesn't mean we're done yet on everything, chat, because if you haven't noticed, some people are typing exclamation mark ticket in the chat, and that's for very good reason, because we got the platinum giveaway to do. I'll give you guys just a minute on that there to grab yourselves a the ticket if you haven't already done so. If you have already done so, don't spam the bottle with it. You only get one. Gorilla, I'm looking at you for that. I'll give you guys and gals just a moment to grab that there. I don't know if Rainover's still here. I just remembered I never actually answered a question from him earlier. Just before I went on to that brief break. Is Ray still here? Maybe not. Oh well. It wasn't the most important question, but never mind then. That was fun. That was good, yeah. Yeah, I figured, Grill. I figured. It's just, you know, it's a fun call out all the same. Idiom, I never actually switched over the music for you because you asked that just a couple minutes ago, so I'm going to refund you the points on that one. Is it just for PC? The Plat giveaway? No, it's open for all platforms. So whether you're on PC, PlayStation, Xbox or Switch, doesn't matter. Every one of you can join in. There's no bias between subscriber or not. I would like you to be subscribed, but it doesn't give you any extra benefit from the giveaway. And it's just one ticket per person. So everyone's got an equal shot of this. You just need to grab yourself a ticket. That's literally it. That's the entire process. There are some giveaways where there'll be hoops and jumps to do and all kinds of silly bits and pieces. Not for this. You grab a ticket, you got a ticket. Easy peasy. Keeps it nice and fair that way as far as I'm concerned. Oh, you're missing his prime stuff? It gives you something more to work on, Malicitos. Either you work on it directly or you farm other prime parts and do some trades and whatnot. You still got stuff to work towards, absolutely. Alright, I think that is enough time there for everyone to grab tickets. I can see there's a couple still coming through, but I mean, if you're listening to the stream right now and going, do I really want to type it? Then no, you don't want to type it because you want to let someone else have it, clearly. Otherwise you'd have typed it by now. So I'm going to close the giveaway in 3, 2, 1, close. And you'll probably hear that after I've closed it. There's latency. And so, chat, to wrap up this here for the Platinum giveaway, it's been running for the last 3 hours of the stream. The winner today is Wizard Tortoise. Wizard Tortoise, congratulations. I'll be contacting you shortly here on Twitch. I'll be sending you a direct message. Get a hold of your Warframe username and platform. We'll get that sent on over to you. But to Wizard Tortoise, wonderful username as well. And congratulations there. Everyone else, though, we're not fully done yet, even after that. Because whilst I may be done, we're going to be raiding on over to another part of the Warframe community. We're going to share the love to another part of Twitch. Let's see, who can we raid on over to today? Who is streaming that we want to give a little bit of a hello to? There you are, Wizard Tortoise, yeah. He's happy. They're happy. Alright, let's see. So, Warframe, have we got? I don't raid VTubers. We went to Neonest the other day. I still don't raid VTubers. I can't remember. Oh, that's French. I don't speak French. I don't raid VTubers. Why are there so many VTubers active today? Bloody hell. I don't remember there being this many in the category, but there we are. Is Kadoma live? I have Kadoma on my list. I don't see them. That probably rules out that one. Is that man in a chicken suit? Surely not. I may have just spotted someone in a chicken suit. Or is it just the colours? Because they're very vibrant colours. That's chicken suit. But he's also saying absolutely nothing, so maybe not. I don't know. You want the chicken suit? Do you really want you want the chicken suit? You want us to go to the chicken suit? Okay, okay. Alright. Let's surprise them then. They are at least speaking English in a chicken suit. That's good enough for us. Why not? So yeah, let's head on over. I think they have absolutely no idea this is popping in. It looks like they've been streaming for 12 hours. They could do with a pick-me-up, most likely. That is a long-ass stream. But in any case, chat, that is where we're going to wrap it up for today. So thank you very, very much for joining in. I will see you again on Wednesday for some more good old Warframe. Until then, have a good one. I'll see you again soon. Bye.